Okay. Today we shall have a different experience, a different experience, and the experience we have today is on what we call cybercrime. Cybercrime. Fine. There is a topic we did on cybercrime, and it is in this channel here, the Netizen Studios, the Netizen Studios. But today, the experience we are having is on examples of cybercrimes. Examples of cybercrimes. You know, we say that cybercrime, you can also call it a computer crime. It is basically a computer crime because it is a crime that happens on computing, on basically computing. So, our topic or our experience today will be on examples or types of cybercrimes. And when we are talking of examples of cybercrimes, we are looking at the different ways in which these computer examples in which computer criminals use in order to perform or to do their task. The methods they use so that they do their crime, which we are calling cyber crime or computer crime or computing crime, right? So, method number one that cyber criminals use to perform their crime is what we call phishing. Phishing. And phishing is a technique used by cyber criminals to trick people into installing some malicious softwares and likely through a link, right? So, in phishing, these criminals, by the way, they are professionals. They are not just mere people. They are tech savvy people. So what they do, they create programs. They come up with the programs that in which when they make the program, they will create a link about it. Computers or computing works through what we call links or URLs. A link or a URL is a path that takes you into a certain application that is contains data about a certain program or application. So in phishing, they will create programs, and then these programs will be tailored in such a way that when it tricks you or it comes to you and looks like a very genuine application, that link, and then it tricks you into installing that application, which is a malicious one, and when you install that program, then they can use that link, they can use that weakness to access your data and information. And we say information is power. Once someone has enough information about you, then he or she can do almost all what he wants, or what she intends to do to you, because he is informed of all your weak points, of all your hideouts, of all your strengths, and so he can or she can easily penetrate into your security apparatus and do whatever threat that he or she intends to do to you. So number one, we've said it is what we call phishing, and it is for these reasons why we have antiviruses. And when we have antiviruses, an antivirus is a program that works to remove or to prevent viruses, to prevent these unwanted program or applications. And that's why we also have softwares which we call anti-phishing programs. Anti-phishing programs. Programs that are meant to counter phishing activities into your computer or in your computer system or into your information system, right? So, cybercrime, example of cybercrime number two, or another type of cybercrime that is used by criminals to get into your data or into your information system is what we call fraud. Fraud. I think we are aware of this. Is not a very strange word per se. It is a common word because it is used in many cases. And fraud is an intentional deception. It is an intentional deception to secure unfair or unlawful gain or to deprive a victim of legal right. It violates the civil law, right? It is a very common occurrence in today's digital world. Fraud. If I come and impersonate to you, if I make a call to your phone and then I pretend to be someone you know, because this cybercrime cuts across all these technological devices, including mobile phones, including laptops, tablets, desktop computers, and another technological device. So when we talk of fraud, we are talking of that pretense that I am the rightful person that you are supposed to, for example, to send this amount of money. I am your system administrator and I need to gain access into your, system. So through that pretense, you give me that access, or you are tricked into allowing me gain that unlawful, gain into your data, into your information system, whereby I can use that privilege to steal from you either money, either information that I can use otherwise, or even to harm you in any way. So, fraud. Example number three, in which cyber criminals use in order to gain access into our data, into our information system, or that cyber criminals use in their work is through what we call malware, and ransomware. Malware and ransomware. And malware, to begin with, is a software that is designed specifically to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system. I have just told you that these cyber criminals, these computer criminals, are not laymen, right? They are professionals. They are computer gurus. They are experts, right? And so, these programs, for example, like malware, that is designed, does it just come about, by itself? It is not spontaneous, It is a program well decided, well uh, done, with good architecture that targets a specific system or specific systems or computer systems. Computers works by systems. It works by software. A computer works through systems. For example, the operating system. For example, the database system. For example, the application system. And so, someone who will make a malware in order to intrude into your system is someone who even understands it in most cases. Even if it will be made as a general application to attack specific systems, then that someone who made the malware has an idea of how that particular system he or she is targeting looks like or works, and so he is trying to counter it. So malware is that software that is designed by these experts in order to disrupt, damage, or gain unauthorized access to a computer system. While ransomware is a type of software that prevents or limits users from accessing their system, either by locking screen or by locking user files until a ransom is paid. You know, I think uh, I think there is a term that is used to humans uh, when it comes to like ransomware. If it was done physically, this thing which we call human trafficking, I think we call it, mostly it's known, the most common term is trafficking. You know, trafficking. When we talk of human trafficking, for example, we talk of that aspect, that, you know, activity of like getting hold of someone secretly, alafu unamfungia mahali, you lock the person somewhere, and then you call maybe their people or boss or so, or their company, then you demand some amount of money, you know. So it is the same case here we are talking of. And anyway, this human trafficking is something which is happening nowadays so much, with examples of things which are happening in Airbnbs, you know, happening with criminals like Al-Shabaab and so and so, you know, trafficking, even child trafficking, which involves stealing like small kids and babies, and then you demand some amount of money, you know, ama unaanza kuitisha maybe a certain benefit so that you release the child or the person or so, or for maybe political gain, you know, or for another gain, depends with the criminal. So ransomware is a kind of a software that is made. How it happens, when you open your computer, it can lock the screen, or so that you can't access the computer. Or you open a certain application, then before you use that application, another window appears. Then it prompts you to enter certain information, for example, your user ID and the password, or it prompts you to change your password so that you can gain access to your system. And you know, it is being used criminally to gain access to your data, to gain access to your files, you know, for the wrong reasons. And if you are not doing so, then you are asked, then pay this amount of money, you know, so that this application can be moved away from your computer system. Or rather, the system is destroyed. And you know, when the system is destroyed, you lose data. And people survive, people work, people or organizations and institutions work by having systems. And in this case, you know, computer and information system, which is very important in running an organization, right? So ransomware is that software made in order to trick people, or in order to force people to pay some amounts of money, or to give access to a certain data so that they can be allowed or released to continue using a certain application or system, which is wrong. It is a cyber crime. It is a computer crime. It is a crime that is punishable by law. So, number 4, another method that is used by cyber criminals in performing their activities is what we call spoofing. Of cybercrime number 4 is known as spoofing. And spoofing is when someone or something pretends to be something else in an attempt to gain our confidence, get access to our systems, steal data, steal money, or spread malware. Examples of spoofing is an attacker who creates an email that looks like it comes from PayPal, for example, right? Then the message tells the user that the account will be suspended if they don't click on a link, authenticate it into the site, and change the account password. So, the, the link is sent, it pretends to be sent from the right company, and it tricks you into entering the credentials of the system with an intention of uh, stealing data from you. Then we have the final one, we call it hacking. Hacking. And hacking is the gaining of unauthorized access to data in a system or in a computer. Reasons for hacking includes and are not limited to stealing, installing malware, disrupting service, and destroying data, right? So the reason why people will hack your account, the reason why people will hack your phone, the reason why people will hack your WhatsApp account, the reason why people will hack your Facebook account is to spread false information, to ask your friends in Facebook account to send them money they are in a crisis, a lie, to spread false information about you, maybe for political purpose, for malicious purposes. So hacking is another method, it is another type of a cybercrime activity, of a cybercrime trick that is used by these criminals to steal data, to disrupt, to destroy, to cause harm, to disorient the victims of the said system, of the said information, of the said computer, So, those are just but examples of cybercrimes, and very important for you, especially as a user, to know, because there are ways to prevent it, so that you can take caution, so that you can prevent it, because once it happens, it is not a good thing. It is not as easy. It is not interesting. Thank you for listening to our video. Thank you for following. Please subscribe. Actually, you'll be doing us a disservice if we will be giving you such good videos, especially on technology, especially on product review, and then you fail to subscribe, you fail to like our video, you fail to like our video, you fail to spread it or share it to other social media platforms. It will be a disservice to us, and it will be a pleasure if you do it. You will be doing us actually a favor, and we shall appreciate it. So thank you so much, and you are welcome for other upcoming videos, because we are almost every day uploading a video, either about product review or about a technology or a technological advice, knowledge, or an education topic for you people. So you are welcome.